This is Iron Man.
It certainly is, and it's all you need.
That's the extent of my knowledge on this piece. Tim, tell us about it.
This is Iron Man. Yeah, so from Civil War.
Very good.
Yeah.
So it's Iron Man from a Captain America film.
Correct.
Very good.
But it's a hero helmet. It lights up. We'll have a look at the inside in a second. But I think visually, this does the job. It's a grandma test, isn't it? I think most people around the world would recognise immediately what this is.
At this point, a very recognizable character, and what I really like about this style of helmet in particular is, like, as the films move on, that he keeps updating his armor with the Mark II and the Mark III and the Mark IX. You can kind of track, fans can, I can't tell what this is from from the first film or the second film or anything else, but the fans of this franchise can see essentially what period we're in based on the Iron Man they're seeing. And it tells part of the story of how the character evolved, how the look of the costume evolved. And I'm sure also in terms of how the construction of the costume evolved, because I imagine, though Iron Man 1 is probably the more desirable thing because it was the first, it's probably a much cruder piece of kit than this one.
Yeah, and I'm sure, that as we'll see on the inside, that it's a very simple thing in there, but it all works. It all does what it's supposed to. And as you say, I feel like the materials are going to be improved as the movies have gone on. And this actually looks how you would imagine it to be in reality. And if Stark was actually creating this sort of indestructible suit, this is kind of how you'd expect it to look, which is what I think is really cool.
Yes, and that's what I think the Marvel films have done very well, which is adapting the kind of absurd reality of comic books into a kind of practical, tactile world. And they walk right on the line. They keep the character designs, but they don't go to, like, biker leather the way they did in the original X-Men movies. They figured out how to make the characters jump off the page, but they're not wearing spandex, so to speak. And the Iron Man is sort of the kind of emblematic example of how well that translation has happened. So if you come a little closer,
let's take a look inside.
Take a look inside. So this is the inside of the helmet, and we have, like, a little removable bits here, don't we, Tim? Can you show us?
Yeah, sure. So this section comes out.
You do it, so I don't end up having to buy this thing.
And we're going to hold that. That's there we go. And that section comes out as well, all magnetised.
It's so great. The construction is so beautiful. But you see how they focus all of the attention on getting the outside of the helmet looking beautiful, and then the inside is just
pretty crude.
Whatever it needs to be.
You can see the label there as well.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
The
man himself.
That's pretty nice.
Does the electronics still work?
They do.
Can we?
You can.
Oh.
There you go.
Look.
It's alive. That's just an amazing image. I'm not a Marvel guy at all, but I think the Iron Man helmet is pretty wicked.
Pretty terrific.
Yeah.